One other thing that comes to mind is like even more fundamental than that in the work that we do in products like within Silicon Valley and at Facebook specifically is like when you're deciding what to build, like what kind of product should you build. I found that there's kind of an enormous advantage for those who really understand themselves and what their values are and why they are those values. And so I think my ode to Rand in this is, philosophy who needs it, and sort of really the fact that, whether you choose a philosophy or not, you have one and you're acting on the basis of one. And there's a real strength that comes from being very explicit about what your values are and what you're trying to do and what your motivation is, and being able to connect that to the products that we're building and differentiate between this is a product that's actually going to advance like humanity's potential versus this is just something that's actually pretty insignificant. Having that standard of value for the work that we're doing has been an enormous help for one primary reason more than any other, more than just filtering between the bad and the good. But it's that most of the good ideas, most of the things that end up working out are not obvious in retrospect. They're not obvious even at the time when you're doing them. And so being explicit about your values and why you're doing what you're doing, it lets you stand on your own against the whole world if you have to, because you believe what you're doing is right and you believe the product that you're going to build is good. And that's a real advantage.